This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, welcome back again. So let's have a look on the configuration part. Now, if you talk about the configurations of these foreign currencies, steps are pretty simple and very few steps we have to configure, guys, and then you guys will be able to post the transaction in foreign currency, and system will be able to convert that transactions into local currency based on our configurations. What configurations are we going to do, guys? Let's have a look here. So now the configurations, first of all, we have to define translation ratio for currency translations. Okay, now here define translation ratio for currency translations. So what is happening in this translation ratio, guys? I'll let you know. I'll quote a very simple example. There are several people who doesn't have idea that what is this translation ratio, right? Most of the whatever tutorials are available, if you watch on YouTube or any other platform, everywhere people are going to specify 1:1. But why 1:1? That you need to understand, right? Could it be like more 1:10, 1:100? And if it is yes, then in which case it is going to be 1:10 or 1:100, right? And what is the impact if we are going to make it 1:10, 1:100? So I'll explain you guys practically so that you'll be having perfect understanding. So now I'm going to use this transaction code. Even you're having path also, if you want to use path, you can use this path, right? Or else use this transaction code OBBS. So I will just do one thing. Okay, let me log in here, guys. So first of all, we have to define this translation ratio. Press enter. Now do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Now here you just need to do one thing. Click on new entry. Okay, so here, okay, so now here what is happening? Maintain. So I told you guys, generally what is happening if you're planning to maintain like average rate, for that SAP has delivered standard average rate that is called M. So here you have to give M, and by default system is going to consider if you give M, it means this is the standard exchange rate type given by SAP for average rate. Now from which currency to which currency? Let's suppose USD to INR. Okay, now validity. So this is going to be valid from which date? Always you have to give the current date only. So let's suppose I'm going to give a date here. The current date I'm going to specify. So 15th of August 2020. Look at here, guys. This is Independence Day of now. This date itself, this video is getting recorded. Now, so here ratio is 1:1. What will happen if I'm going to give 1:10? In which case I'm going to give 1:10 or 1:100, right? That also I'll explain to you guys. Right now, you just give 1:1 itself here. Okay. First of all, so now an entry already exists with the same key. It means somebody has already maintained this rate here. This is online server, guys. Multiple people are doing this practice and all. Somebody has already maintained this ratio in this state against this currency pair. So now what is happening? If somebody has maintained, then it's okay. We will check it. If it is 1:1, we'll proceed further. Okay, so just cancel. In your case, if system has accepted, then you can save it. I'll just do one thing. I'll check it. Click on position. Exchange rate type M. Your from currency USD to your local currency, and 15th of August 2020. So look at here, it is maintained by someone. It's 1:1 itself. It's okay if it is maintained, then no need to maintain further. And if it is not maintained, then you can click on new entry, and the way I have maintained, you have to maintain it, and then you have to save it. right? What next? After maintaining this translation ratio, right? So what next? So next one is inter exchange rate. Now, so we are going to maintain exchange rate table. The rate is going to be specified here, OB08. So now let's suppose, as I told, here in this example I have quoted like 1 USD equals to 50 INR. We are maintaining average rate. So in that case, what is happening, guys? I'm going to, so let's have a look, guys. I think if somebody has maintained the exchange rate here, sorry, translation ratio here, it means somebody has maintained the exchange rate also. /n OB08. I will just check it. You can click on position and first of all exchange rate type from currency USD to your local currency and this date and press enter. Somebody has already maintained. Look at, no, in this 15th of this one, it is not maintained, it is maintained in a different date. No issues. So you click on inventory. Now I'm going to give you exchange rate type M and valid from, so let's suppose I'm going to give 14th of August 2020, here USD and here INR. Now 1 USD equals to, I'm going to specify 52 Indian currency. Okay, or else, sorry, I was supposed to give 15th itself. Let's suppose just give 15th. So 15th of this one. And then I've given, now what is happening, guys? So here I've given 1 USD equals to 52 Indian currency. Okay, there is a very unique what to say questions which may ask by people. Always it is going to be asked during interview. If somebody is going to ask the questions from foreign currency settings, guys, I'll let you know what they are going to ask. Okay, and there are most of the people is going to be confused. So that also I'll explain you. First of all, you just let's have a look the configurations and how it is going to work, and then I'll explain those things one by one, step by step. So here what I have done, guys, I have specified the exchange rate, then validity date, and here the rate I have specified 1 USD equals to 52 INR. Save it, Control S. Now, so now we have to test it also, whether it is going to work fine or not, like working fine or not, in the sense like whatever rate we have maintained, system is going to consider that rate or system is going to read out a different rate. So how you'll come to know? Post a transaction here. Okay, so this FB50 and all already I have explained in the previous session, guys, so you know this very well what exactly I'm going to do. Here you need to change your company code. Give whatever the company code is there, and in this date itself I'm going to post the transaction. Here I'll give the GL account, let's suppose rent GL, and currency is going to be USD. Let's suppose the rent GL is going to be debited, and give 1 USD itself, so that easily we will be able to understand like, okay, 1 USD, so it is going to be converted. If you see the report in local currency, that is supposed to be 52 Indian currency, right? So here give your bank account credit, let's suppose 1 USD itself, and look at here the local amount right now it is showing 0, right? The moment you press enter, system should show 52 INR here. Press enter, look at here, so automatically this got converted right into your local currency. So whichever rates are going to be maintained here, guys, whichever rates are going to be, let's suppose instead of 52 I'm going to specify 62 and save it. Whatever rates are going to be specified here, system is going to consider that rate itself. How system is going to consider this rate, how system is going to read out this rate, guys, that I will let you know, that I'll explain you. Okay, so again, if you want to check /n, okay, FB50 once again, refresh the screen, then only the new rate is going to be considered by system. Give your GL account, debit, again $1, And here you need to change the currency. Don't forget to change the currency, guys, or else system is going to treat this one. We are giving in terms of dollar, but here if it is Indian currency, it means local currency itself. So nothing is going to appear here, right? So now here again credit and $1 itself. If you press enter, now this time 62 is going to appear. So whatever rates are going to be specified here in exchange rate table, where we have specified the rate here. So whatever rates are going to be specified here, system is going to. So this exchange rate table, guys, this is going to be maintained on daily basis, because if we talk about the foreign currencies, the fluctuations are like it's very high. Like fluctuations will be there every seconds, every minutes. Some differences, some changes are going to happen. But if you talk about like transaction postings and all in the organizations, daily basis they are going to maintain the exchange rate, and that is their decisions, like client decisions, which websites they are going to refer, which bank site they are going to refer in order to maintain the exchange rates and all. So they are going to maintain this exchange rate on daily basis. Today it is 62, might be tomorrow 61. Day after tomorrow it could be 63. Okay, I have specified in round figure, guys. Generally it will be after this. Lots of decimal places are also there. Look at here. So here these are the decimal places, right? Now we'll do one thing. Okay, so this is how transaction got posted into local currency. It is getting converted into, sorry, transaction got posted into foreign currency. It is getting converted into local currency. How system is going to trigger these things, guys? So whenever you are posting the transactions, this is called transaction currency, right? USD means transaction is getting posted in USD. How system will come to know what is your local currency, guys? So every transactions are getting posted against a particular company code. So in company code, while defining the company code, if you guys are able to remember, that is what I'm saying. I'm telling guys, each and every configurations are dependent on each other. If you are having problem to understand the first setting itself, then the problem will keep on chasing you till the last topics also, isn't it? So try to understand the concepts. Okay, so now here, so in company code, at the time of defining this company code and all, what we have done, guys, I have given a currency over there, right? So system is going to read out what is the company code, TM00, and which currency I have given over there, INR I have given. So that is your local currency, right? And this is your transaction currency. So if transaction currency is other than local currency, it means it is a foreign currency, right? So system is going to check foreign exchange rate table, right? 1 USD equals to what rate we have specified, USD versus INR, what rate we have specified, and that is going to be appear here in terms of your local currency, right? So this is what the logic behind. If you save it, if you save this transaction and go to GL report FBL 3N and give your GL account here, execute. Okay, now look at here, guys, 1 USD. All the transactions got posted into Indian currency, but this is showing here in local currencies. I'll just do one thing, guys. Look at here, this report, like lots of changes are there. So I have already in the previous session I have told you that you can set easily your report layout. So I'll just do one thing that is already created. You just go to setting and layout and administrations, and I have created my own, that is somewhere it will be, no, it is not created. Okay, so I'll just do one thing, guys. So here I'll just do one thing, whatever is there that I'm going to change it, I'll change it here itself.
This conference will now be recorded.
Now here we'll just do one thing, guys. I'll set up my own layout here once again. So it's going to be repeated how to set up this report layout. So what you have to do, let's suppose here these two fields, let's suppose somebody has added, this is not required here, these things are not required. or else you can just do one thing here, click on setting, layout, administrations, and use just one somebody has created. Let me check. Click on back button, or else here select layout here itself. Okay, so this one we can use it if you want to edit here. So look at here, this is showing in local currency. Amount is going to be shown in local currency. If you want to add foreign currency also, it's quite easy, guys. Here you can click on change layout, and okay, so here you can find out like amount. So find next, next. Okay, amount in document currency, generally we have to amount in document currency, this one, right? So just before this local currency, I'm going to bring this right, left side, just so I'm doing it quickly, guys, because this is already covered in the previous session. Click on copy here. So look at here, this is local currency and this one is in foreign currency. So here local currency symbol is also there, and here foreign currency symbol also in between. If it is ABR, then it's going to be easy. So here I'll just do one thing again. You can currency. Now here amount in local currency. Yeah, document currency. This one I'm going to bring it where? So in between this one. So I'll just select that one and here click on copy. So look at here now. Now in that, look at here, this entire posting says there in Indian currency, INR, but this one is there in USD. But if you have a look on this reports in local currency, then that got converted into 62 INR, right? So this is what the report is, right? So conversion is happening. Conversion is happening automatically. Automatically means based on the rate which we have specified under exchange rate table, and that is a daily activities. In this is daily basis, people are going to maintain the exchange rate table. Okay, so this is how what is happening, guys. This is how, if you want to, like, let's suppose if you have to save this setting, click on save layout and save it. Okay, so look at here, this is got saved, right? If you want to create your own layout also, you can create very easily, guys. That is already covered in the previous session. So in that way, you can create your own layout. So this is how the reports are appearing. Now here, still, as I told you, like translation ratio. What is the logic behind this translation ratio? Why I have maintained this 1:1? Okay, can we maintain a different ratio also? And if yes, then in which case are we going to maintain a different ratio? That you need to understand. So that if you are able to understand that those things and all, then easily if somebody is going to ask like what do you mean by translation ratio, instead of answering the Google definitions and all, you can explain. I'll tell you guys. Now there are some of the people are not having like a good communications skills and all. It doesn't mean that you guys cannot answer, right? Answering doesn't mean that simply you have to quote a definitions only. Even you can quote an example also. Example is the best way to answer a particular questions. Why? Because in the form of examples you are going to like express your understanding, and this is going to be considered by people. They will come to know that whether you are having understanding or not. And if you are having understanding, let's suppose if you are going to explain the same thing 10 times, every time you are going to use different words, different sentences, but the meaning is same. Whereas if the same, let's suppose if you have taken the definitions from Google, then what is happening, guys? You have marked up. You have taken this definition from Google 10 times. If somebody is going to ask, all these 10 times you will be quoting the same definitions with same full stop, same comma, and everything will be there, right? This is what the difference is. Now here I'll just do one thing. So here in next session I'm going to explain you this what to say, translation ratio. What is the logic behind this translation ratio? Okay, in which case we are going to uh, maintain like 1:1, in which case we are going to maintain 1:10 or 1:100. So what is the logic behind that? That is going to be explained in next session with a very simple example, so that you guys will be having a perfect